Hi, good evening, and yes, today I think we make something that will bring fun. I am a founder of a startup, catchsolve, here in Tech Park, and I have a long time of software development. And so, actually, I have two childs, and they like to play Lego, and so I have bought this Lego set. But it was nice because this Lego set has even some interactive functions. There is a Lego app that can interact with the Lego. And so I, as curious person, I have think why not try to bypass the official Lego app. And so today I will show you what I have done with this Lego. So first, I think we can immediately start for the presentation. Even Bernie, his name will present itself. So make Bernie presents itself today. It can be don't work sometimes because it's quite experimental, but let's see if it's working.
Good evening. Thank you to attend this event. My name is Bernie. Today I am talking with my friend Davide. I like programming and playing. Let's have some fun today together.
Okay, so as you've seen, we can interact with this robot and now make a quick journey about how can we control it using software programming. Okay, as I said before, this is a Lego set. With this Lego set, you can build even other kind of characters. So, for example, a cat, industry, a guitar to play music. So there are different possibilities, and this is the main character of this Lego set. The communication. Okay, just a moment. I should power off. Otherwise, the battery will not take too much time. The Lego set work using Bluetooth Low Energy. This is a common standard, so this is not special. It's a standard that is used by many devices. If you connect your watch or IoT devices, they still use this technology. And it was even nice to explore the communication protocol. The difficulty here is that the protocol is not published. It's not public. It's not published. So the Lego does not release this protocol, and so all the effort must be doing reverse engineering. So try to understand the command and what they do. Okay, some characteristic of the Bluetooth Low Energy. Okay, is for short range communication as Bluetooth, and the communication use two concepts on the device. The device has a service split, so have many service. Each service is binded on some hardware. In this case, Verni has the two services. One is to communicate with him, and the second one, I don't know. So I have fun too, and one is well known, the other I don't really know what's need. And then again, when you have a service contains a collection of characteristics, and for example, battery level, sensor data, and so on. And you should then connect to characteristics. So you must first discover the right service and then connect to the right characteristic. When you have the characteristic, you can communicate with the Lego. Service and characteristic are recognized using a UUID, so it's not really human readable number, not simply a number. And so if you don't know what it's doing, it's even not so easy to understand. Today we will see some example with Java, but Bluetooth Low Energy can be done with many different programming languages and tools. As I said before, it's not something specific, a specific technology. For example, what I can mention is GAT tool, that is a simple Linux command. And you can use this, for example, to interact with this kind of devices. For simple command is quite easy to use. When you read, for example, data from sensor, these so simple command line tools are not so easy to use because quite a combination of code. But for some easy task can be enough. I can show you one example here. We can even do in real time. For example, this will connect to the Bluetooth device. This is the MAC address of the Bluetooth device. In this case, was the MAC address of this movie hub. And the handle is connected with this service and characteristics I mentioned before. So you should choose to which service you want to send this data, and then at the end the data you want sent to the service. So we can even show this together. So I open a simple terminal, I pass this code, I should power and brighten, and the LED has changed color. I don't know if you have seen, let's try maybe red, it should be 9. Okay, first power up. Okay, you see the LED was red. And so this is very the basic how it works. So you send data to some service or characteristic to interact with the robot. So let's see which kind of hardware device has this tool. The main component is the move hub, and this is the part here. And this is the part with the battery, the Bluetooth connectivity, on the logic, and has integrated 2 motors here and here to the main part. Then optionally you can connect another motor using cable and a sensor, that is this one here. This sensor can measure distance, so if there is an object in front or not, and color, some colors, not really very good, but can recognize red, green, yellow, so some basic color, let's say. And this is used in the set, for example, when you play guitar, you show to the sensor different color, and the robot will play different music. So this is, for example, how it's used. Another sensor, but for this I have trouble to use, is the tilt sensor. So it's recognized if the robot is moved in some directions. And it was used, for example, with the cat characteristic to recognize when you move the cat, you lift the cat, and so on. Okay, how I have tried to find how to interact with the robot. As you've seen before, the commands are not very easy to understand because there is nothing textual in the command, are all bytes. So there are some things one can understand. For example, the first two characters are the length of the message, for example. No? So in this case will be 8 bytes, but really was not so easy. And what I have do to make it easier is to search for open source libraries that has already done something in this direction. So I have simply Googled for library, for Java or for Python. There are so many libraries. But as said before, as there is no official documentation, our library are some experiments, and my work might not work, maybe worked with a previous version of the robot and does not work anymore, or some, for example, in my case, the code for address the motor was different, and so I should change. So really will be an activity to collect information from different projects and simply try if work or not, and if it not, try to replace the command with another one or something like this. Okay, so we can now see each part step by step, so we can understand how it's possible. The first, as said before, there are 3 motors you can control. And what is nice with this motor, that these are step motor. Let's say you can say the angle exactly they should do. So it's not simply, it can be even making by time, so move for 2 seconds, but can even do something more interesting, and so really specifying an exact angle to rotation. And so we can, for example, for motor see some example. Okay, so here's the Java code. As I already said, so we should address the right service using the UID. And then we can decide which motor you want move. A motor, B motor, and D motor. So there are 3. And for the 2 here, can you move even at the same time, simultaneously? So because these ones are often used for moving, and so can be even moved together. Okay, so in this case, the command is quite simple. Encode motor angle. This is, we can even show what's is. Okay, as is here, as you see here, this I have taken from another library, there is some code, and the parameter should be inserted in some part of this code. So this is the reverse engineering part. No? So you should find which command you have and where are the parameters and so on. If you understand this, can be then quite easy, because you can, just a moment, I should go back to the motor. Okay, you can say, for example, motor the angle half, and the 30 parameter is speed. So we can try. In this case, the head will rotate one half of right. Let's try quickly. Let's say quickly, because 100 is quick. So let's say this example running. Now it's searching for Bluetooth device. Wait for the MAC address. Okay, it's found. Okay, as you see, has rotated one half. If I do again, should return in the original position. Okay, quite. So you can define the angle. This is for the head. We can make, for example, the same for example, the two motors for moving. I should not pay attention because it does not. Okay. Again, communication is something that should be okay. Okay, that's connected. And now it's moved in front. I can even change the direction using minus. But this way I change the direction. Let's make some more steps. Okay, and now the transaction now, for example, has moved back. If I use only one motor, I can turn. So let's try turn. Okay. And the problem with the connection is that because have a heavy use of batteries, the hub will shut down as there is no more commands sent to it to preserve battery. So as you see now has turned because has moved only one motor. Okay, this is about the motors and how can be moved. So we have three independently motors, so you can even move at the same time. You can turn and move the head at the same time. And there is even the possibility then to receive event if the movement is ended. So you can start a motor, make some turn, and you can even have an event that say you, okay, now the movement is finished. If you want to make some others things. Then, as said before, we have a color RGB LED here that we can change. I can even show this case. Even here is there is some code to send to the robot. And in this case, okay, let's see, the color is changing, and the log will print which number has which color. So there is no text for colors, but numbers. So you should understand. For example, 9 is red, and 7 is yellow, something like this. And so you can, for example, combine the color with some action or something he likes or he does not like. Okay, these are the parts of making change to the to Verni, but you can even read information from the hub and from sensor on the opposite side. So the interaction can be interactive, let's say. As I said before, you can say the distance and even the color. So I show you even in this case how is possible. First, you should register a code that will receive the event, and then with some complex code, say please send me changes in for example, in obstacles or change of color and so on. So we can try now reading sensor. Okay, let's wait. It's look like it's connected. And now, if I put my hand, for example, okay, you see object near or object moved away. So it's detect if somebody or some object is moving in front of the sensor. One thing you see here is that the events are not very clear. So there are events that are repeated more times, and so let's say are not maybe a high precision sensor. No? So it can, even if you are here, it can detect fast move away, but so when you want to use this sensor, you should try to filter dirty events or multiple events to avoid some not nice movement of the robot. Here I have even some colors printed. The colors can be even Lego brick, but for example, let's say this is red. If I move the red in front, it should red. Okay, also recognize red. So recognize something is near, and the color of these things is red. Let's try with this one. Blue. Okay, it was blue. And then try with this one. Yeah. Even green. So as you see, has west a little the color, but can even make some mistake. Okay, as we've already seen before, events can arrive multiple times. Event of different type can be mixed. So, for example, you receive near, then the color, then near again, and maybe away, then again away. So this is not the sensor will not send clear sequence of events, but quite mixed. And then, if you want to make something that is robust, so that the robot will not move in many directions, because of this event, you should filter it, or using a state machine, for example, to say, okay, now something is front, now I recognize the color, now is away, and so on. Okay, this was an introduction. I don't know if there are questions until here, or... Yeah, please.
One question. I usually when one uses Bluetooth, the first thing to do is to do a pairing between devices, and many products are made in a way that you cannot pair with them in a simple way, only with the stock app, for example. I don't know how it is in this case.
No, in this case the pairing can be done even with the computer.
Okay.
So it was not required to have the official app to do this.
Okay.
No, this has worked without problems.
So it does not even ask for some code or for some
No, so it's not asked
simple...
for PIN, for example. No, simply you can connect in this case.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe another question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it enters in your topic, but the predecessor of this system was the EV3. I don't know if you...
Okay, yes.
I was curious if it is compatible, if maybe the sensors and motors are compatible with this system.
Okay. I would say not. Simply because when I have searched for information, I have seen this kind of Lego or Lego Mindstorm or something like this. The library were different, so I have not found library that say this library is compatible with Lego Boost, Eve, or something like this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No, welcome. So now I would like to play a game with it. So this was the basic. So I have made a small application to play with it, something for developer, let's say. And now let's see what Verni asked.
Which is your favorite programming language? Show me some, and I will tell you my preferences. But honestly, I just hope it's not COBOL. Just kidding.
Okay. Well, now we have. I have choose 3 programming language: JavaScript, Python, and Java. Let's say each for each column. So the game is we can choose which the audience like for programming language, and then show what Verni say about some language. Okay. Let's say who likes JavaScript or use JavaScript. Okay. Who likes or use Python? Can be even the same person. So, okay. So, what? And for Java? Okay. Okay. So I would say the preference was this. Okay. Let's say what Verni say about this.
Python is like that chill friend who never complicates things. Not too flashy, but always gets the job done. I wouldn't say it's my all-time favorite, but we definitely get along pretty well.
Okay, so quite good idea. Let's try with JavaScript, now with the second one.
JavaScript, and I have a complicated relationship. It's like a roommate who's always around, occasionally helpful, but somehow keeps leaving things broken.
Okay. Now try with the last one. So I think the opinion is so as this talk is using Java, I think can be have some good.
Java is my comfort zone. Strict, structured, and maybe a bit verbose, but that's exactly why I love it. It's like coming home to clean code and strong typing.
Okay, so here this was the opinion as learning of these three languages. Okay, I think it was all what I want to present. I hope you have enjoyed, and I don't know if there are still questions, open questions. Yeah.
I do have. While starting your project, what was the most difficult thing you faced on?
As the two most difficult things was first find the right code, the reverse engineering, let's say, because as I said before, there is no documentation to tell you what's each command do, and so it's really a brute force approach. So you should try it. If it does not work or partially work, you try to use another command and so on. The second complicated things is to handle events, because as I said before, the events are not really clear when they are sent, and sometimes is mixed. You receive maybe the events for the distance sensor and at the same time even information from the motors, and so it was really difficult to understand which event was with which sensor related, and so it's required some logic to robust associate action with event.
Thank you.
I think, to me, I think the project would have been easier in another language, so why Java?
Okay. You have?
No, like, why did you use Java?
Why is you Java? Okay. Was a question. I have used Java, I think, simply because my programming history was started with Java, and I have a lot of knowledge on this language, and it was, I would say, simply for these reasons. Same things can be even do with Python. So as many of us like it, you can even do the same with Python. They remain the same problem, that you should find the right code to send to the robot. It can even be do with Bash. I said before, you can even use some shell tool to send and receive event. I have used Java because I really know Java, and so in this case I can assume that the code I write worked fine, and the problem was not in the code I write, because I have quite some experience, but it was because the communication has something that does not work. So this was simply the reason. Using language I would know to make prototype.
I have another question. Will it be also C an option, since there is a lot of electronic and so on, or isn't supported?
No, I think you can use C, but because when you program, you don't see directly the hardware here, but you communicate through Bluetooth. So in this case, it's enough that a language can simply send and receive command through Bluetooth. It's not this Java code was not executed on the robot. Was executed on my laptop, and the Bluetooth communication that exchange this data. So even C can be an option. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for your presentation. It was very nice. I have a question. I don't know this robot. What does it normally use for programming it? What do you normally use it? Like normally, you said you reverse engineered it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Normally, you program it with Scratch, or like it's a robot for kids, no?
Yes. And normally I don't develop software for this robot. The Lego itself has released an application with which you can play, and the application has different difficult level. So you can simply use as remote control, so to move like a car, or even some basic programming things. This is nice, no? Because can introduce child to programming, and in this case, the software is quite similar to Scratch. So you can move some blocks and say, even with condition, no? You say you can take the block that represent the color sensor and say, if color is red, then move motor for 2 seconds.
It's a phone application. Or
A phone application, yeah, phone or tablet application.
yeah.
This is this is the official application. What's my curiosity is to bypass the official application that let you program this Lego using a Scratch-like approach, and say, if I have a real programming language, can I interact with the robot to make something more complex? Today we have make something quite easy, but for example, in internet I've seen a project that use programming language can do something more complex. I don't know, for example, sort the Lego parts by color, or doing something more advanced. No? Now it was more a proof of concept, let's say.
Okay. Is there also alternative ways of communication than Bluetooth low battery? No, what is it? Not low battery.
Low energy, I think. Low energy. No, I don't know other ways. So I think this hub will only interact using Bluetooth.
Okay,
I think it's not. I have even not found if there is a possibility to change the firmware. No, maybe to put some firmware here, but I think this will be no hardware, no, because it's a proprietary device.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Your question?
Hi.
Hi.
How did you let the robot speak?
Okay. This was a trick because was my laptop that will speak, not the robot. So there is has no a microphone or itself or something to reproduce audio, but even the official application use the audio for the phone. In my case, it was my laptop. No? In case register sound from mic or play sound. To make it speak quite easily. I have used, I think I have in the history. So you can use the speak command. So let's play.
Good evening. How many attended
So-
to this event? Thank you.
In this case was not something related with the robot, but simply a Linux command that can take a text and convert to voice. It's even nice because here there is some reference, so you can change, for example, the if you want let's say the parameter here, for example.
Good evening.
So
How many attended
you
to this event?
you can change some
Thank you.
of
My
the
name is Bernie.
of some kind of tone, let's say, frequency, language. In this case, I have used English, but you can say Italian, German, and so on. But I use this tool to convert text to speech.
Thank you.
Right.
Are there any other modules you can add to the robot, for example, audio input output or other sensors that you can add to extend the feature that the robot has, or?
No, I think you mean if there is something add-on you can buy to extend it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know this possibility. No. Well, what's today maybe not with me, but there are different characters. For example, Star Wars or something like this. So you can choose maybe other kind of character and build something else. So.
So next time we will have C3PO.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for the presentation.
Right.
And a question from me. The text that you see after the command in which you ask the robot to speak
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
is the way that basically the robot translates the text to the voice.
Yes.
Basically, it tells you I'm getting this input.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, this is not related really with the robot. This is simply a Linux command. So it's even actually okay. It's maybe but this had not to do with the virtual communication. This work itself. So even you can even use this for other kind of application. I don't know if you and. This speak command, you can give some parameter, language, frequency, and so on. And this is the text. And here I think it's print what it's saying, not how it's saying, because in different language some letters are written in different way. So how is reading the text you have written here.
Hi. I have a question regarding the commands and the reverse engineering. So I understand that there are some libraries that give you possibility to send commands, and let's say also the parameters may be found with brute force method, just trying number of parameters, maybe the value, and so on. But the command itself, I wonder how it's possible to find it. If there is like a discovery option for that communication protocol that lets you get the commands, or if, let's say, for example, if there is the option to move, I don't know, a motor in some way, you know that there is the way, but you don't know the command. There is a way to find the stream.
Mm-hmm. No, unfortunately, no. This was the hard part because the simply things robot advertise are the UID of service and for characteristics. But then there is not with, I don't know, with the Linux command, no, to say minus help and give you, okay, give this parameter if you want this and so on. But really, it's you give at maximum the UID of the service. You can send command, but which command they not say. They not give you a list of type of command and so on. So it's really searching for other project, open source project mostly, you know, so, or documentation, or I have written in one slide, you can use some sniffing tool like Wireshark, no? And use the official application, do something, and then see which data was exchanged. And from the data that was exchanged, you can now think, okay, let the red, and you see one information, and say, okay, this command is for example, is for red LED. This was how we can do this.
Okay, thank you. That's
Oh, welcome.